Hey everyone, welcome to Sequence of Instructions. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm on Leetcode. I'm checking out an easy problem. This one's called Palindrome Number. So let's get into it. The prompt is determine whether an integer is a palindrome. Do this without extra space. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward. Do this without extra space. So it's going to pass me a number, x, and I'm going to return true if it's a palindrome and false if it's not a palindrome. If you're not familiar, a palindrome basically, I think it only applies to words, but we're going to use it for numbers now, where basically it reads the same forward as it reads backwards. So I know a famous one is taco cat, T-A-C-O-C-A-T. That is spelled the same way forward as it is spelled in reverse. So we're going to check if numbers are palindromes. So the first way that jumps out to me, this is probably the easy solution. Again, I always say start with the easy solution and see if you can improve it. My easy solution is going to be simply converting it to a string and then checking, basically having a checker going from least to greatest and then one from greatest to least digit, and just making sure that they're always equal. So let's get into this. We'll say string number. Oh, I'm using JavaScript, by the way. So I'm going to declare a new string number. It's going to be empty string plus x, x being the number they gave us. If you're not familiar, this empty string plus x will coerce, that's the term, it will coerce this number into a string. So we have our string. Now we're going to loop through it. We're going to start at 0. And we're going to go to, normally you'd say you go to string number.length, but because we're going to have one going in reverse also, we only really need to go to the middle character. So let me take a quick second to think. If there's an even number, you can go to just string.length of 2. So let's say there's 8 digits in it. We can go to the 4th digit. Less than, strictly less than, so 0 through 3, yeah. What if there's 9 digits? We want to go to, again, we only want to go to 4, because the 5th one is going to be the same. That's the middle one that it pivots on. So T-A-C-O-C-A-T. Taco cat is 7. I'll write this down so it's easy to see. Taco cat. O is the middle character. So we don't have to check it. We don't have to check T-A-C, that they're the same in this reverse order, because O is the pivot one. So when it's odd, I think we just want to go to 7 over 2 is 3. So we want to math.seal this. Let me make sure. What if it was just tac cat? So length is 6 divided by 2 is 3. We don't want to go past. So less than 3. So if it's taco cat, this would be 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Yeah, so we want to just do parse int. You could do math.floor. I don't think it really matters. Let's pull this off as a separate variable. So var stopping index is going to be, so first we coerce. Determine the middle character, stopping point, and that is just going to be the number of digits divided by 2, rounded down. You can kind of think parse int as being a rounded down, so you could also do math.floor. I'm not sure which one's faster, but we'll just do this. So as long as it's less than our stopping index, so in the case of taco cat, we only want to check TAC. So it would be 3.5, rounded down is 3. I is less than 3, so we get 0, 1, 2. In the case of an even number, it would be 6 divided by 2 is 3, rounded down is still 3, again 0, 1, 2. Perfect. Alright, so this is, I'm convinced that this will work. Now we're going to iterate through each digit and check its corresponding reverse digit. I don't know what other way to describe this, but okay. So basically I want to say if string number of I is does not equal string number of, so I want to check it to the last one. So I'm gonna store the length of the string, so I don't have to keep checking dot length. String length equals string number dot length. And now here, just minor improvements here. String length. So it's going to be string length -1 minus I. So string length -1 gives us the last character, and we want to go I number back from the last character to check it to the current one. So when I is 0, we're comparing the first string number of 0 to string number of string length -1 minus I. Alright, and if it ever does not equal, we just return false. If we make it all the way through, and this has never been true, which basically means they've always equaled, then we're going to return true. So basically only go through up to halfway through the number of digits, and then we'll kick out. Or we'll kick out earlier if it's not a palindrome. So I think this will work. Let's just see it. Let's test it. Oh, I didn't even think about negatives though. Maybe I should consider negatives. See, this is a false flag. I thought it was correct. How do you handle negatives? It doesn't really give you any insights into handle negatives. Like, should I consider the negative a digit? Alright, so it's a little unclear. If I'm considering the negative a digit, then it's always never going to be a palindrome, because there's never going to be a corresponding negative on the right side. If I'm not considering negative a digit, this is not going to work, because when I coerce it, it's going to have the negative, and it's always never going to be. But there's no insights given here. So I guess I'm just going to submit it and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then I'll have to, my assumption on the negative will have been wrong. Nope, it does work. Alright, all that for nothing. Just to go over what I was saying though again, anytime it's a negative, so like negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, it's not going to be a palindrome, because this written in reverse is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, negative. And this one's not a palindrome anyway, no matter what, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not a palindrome. But 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 is a palindrome, obviously. But negative 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, if I'm including the negative, it would have to be this. It would never be a palindrome, because there's never going to be a trailing negative sign. So I was wondering if I had to ignore the negatives for the sake of the exercise, but it appears I didn't, because it liked our solution, which is great. Let's see how we did. Alright, pretty good. That doesn't happen to me often, so a little time to celebrate. In this case, I guess the easy solution was the best solution. Let's see how this person did it, who beat me. Holy moly! Okay, no comments. That's wonderful. Oh, so here's how they handled the negative. They just said, if it's negative, it's always false. That's funny. Alright, so yeah, so they actually handled that case. Otherwise, they did... Oh, they didn't convert to a string. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so the exercise was do without using extra space. So obviously it becomes a lot more complicated. You have to do a lot of bit shifting to get there. I didn't want to be bothered with that. Plus JavaScript's pretty good at coercing data types, so I went with that. Let's see what this other one did. There it is, mat.floor, set length over 2. Ah, character at. So this is effectively exactly what we did. The difference here being they're using this ECMAScript 6 let. I'm not sure what the performance difference is, but also they're using character at. And that apparently is slower. One of those two things slowed it down. Let's look at one more before we call this video done. Return true, return. So they also handled the negative case. Oh. A lot of upfront computation. Did it not say you could assume it's a 32-bit? Maybe it didn't. So there's basically this time difference is from a lot of input checking. Parse int. Whoa, what is going on? Oh. So they actually reversed the string. I'm mistaken. So they actually reversed the string, joined it, parsed it back into a number, and then returned true if their numbers were equal. Bold move. All right. So anyway, that's some different ways you can approach this problem. I always think it's fun, now that I've learned that you can actually do this, what other people submitted. I think it's fun to see how other people approached it. Let me know how you attempted it, if you did give it a shot. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll see you all till next time. Take care. Bye.